Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome an extraordinary woman who has shaped the way we see ourselves in the world. Miss Allen, a legend whose name is synonymous with excellence in every form, director, choreographer, producer, mentor, and culture icon. From fame to Grey's Anatomy, from Broadway to global stages, she has transformed the arts through her fearlessness, her leadership, and boundless creativity. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Debbie Allen.
And legendary Mara Brock Akil. Yes, forever. She is forever.
You are my forever.
You are forever, girl. I love you so much.
She called me the queen this morning, and or this afternoon. And if I'm the queen, she is the empress. And we are so blessed to have you, Debbie.
We are blessed to have you here, girl.
To be in conversation. First of all, I love you. For me to be able to tell you publicly how much I love you and how much you have given to us, I was thinking about a word for you besides empress. You are transformative. I was thinking about it, every place you touch, you change for the better. And when you think about the Grammys, the Oscars, and the thing that touched my life, and I want to say thank you for transforming it because it awakened me, was when you went to a different world. I remember the first season of A Different World. I mean, I don't know who in here understood what the season 1 of Different World was, but it wasn't what the world you created. Can you give us some insight into that moment when you were called to transform it? What did you see? What did you want to do? Did you accomplish what you did? I mean, what you wanted to do, excuse me.
I did. I was really so surprised and grateful. I was on my way to doing Family Ties. They wanted me to come there. And then I got the call from Bill Cosby and said, we need you to come and straighten this show out. Felicia, my sister, had been on set and had seen the actors didn't have participation. I mean, it just was not an HBCU. And so I got there. And when they asked me, I said, I need to see every episode. And Marcy Carson said, you want to see it? I said, yeah, I need to see what you've done. I've seen some of it, but not all of it. And I saw what I needed to bring, because I went to Howard University. Ain't you, you know. I mean, we did so many things at Howard. We were the first school to take over the university in anticipation in need of Black studies, Afrocentric education and curriculum. And 2 or 3 months later, Kent State took over and they killed those kids. We didn't even know that's what the game could be. So I was at Howard with Ua Brown and all the incredible people that I surrounded by, the professors, Eleanor Traylor, Glenda Dickinson, just so many. And so I knew what was lacking. It was basically no hot sauce on the table. That is just a euphemism, a metaphor for what was missing. You know, no hot sauce on the table.
No, our culture wasn't there, and I think we all know at that time, watching that television show, it awakened the possibility of me being a writer. But I believe at that time, I would imagine the statistics would show that college enrollment increased with A Different World on television.
Tripled. We tripled the enrollment of historically Black colleges. And also we influenced a lot of white kids to want to go to college because you got a sense of college life, the fun of it all, but also our political, which is why I chose this episode, because this is the high mark of who we became. We addressed everything that was really happening in the world, the politics, racism, and also the diversity in Black people. We weren't all Democrats.
And I think that was beautiful how you brought your lived experience to that opportunity, as well as your political points of view as an artist.
Well, it was a wonderful thing to do, and it wasn't very hard. I was
going to ask you, was it hard?
Susan Fales Hill was my showrunner, and thank God, because Susan, once she got wind that I was coming, we got rid of a couple of people. Susan,
had to make some room.
Yeah, and we lifted the whole writer's room, transformed into say the word, just how we said it, say the word, no. Let the actors participate. We became a company.
Yes.
It was important that we became, like in theater, a repertory company. This week we're telling this story, next week this story, and the writers really went to work, and it was wonderful and inspiring. When we did this episode, it was the high mark because we were in LA. We had lived it. We had lived so many things. We were the first show to do anything about AIDS. And that show was almost pulled off the air because the network was the first time we had to show a script to an advertiser. You know, back in the day,
right.
you know, when you weren't even born in the 50s, Irish Snow, Irish Soap, or Camel cigarettes produced a show, and they saw the show. That time changed, but they wanted to see the script, and they were not having it, even though I had Whoopi Goldberg coming. Is when we discovered Jada Pinkett, but we didn't cast her because at that point, AIDS was a death sentence, and they didn't want us to touch it. But Bill Cosby stood up for us. He said, all right, Miss Trash. That's what he used to call me. Miss Trash. It was a fun name. It was a loving name. Go out there, clean up, and do what you got to do, and we're going to put on the show. They may not marquee it. At the end of the day, it was our highest rated episode. It was our
Because you were feeding. And I think that's what's interesting about storytelling, giving back what the audience needs. Information while entertaining all the time. And I feel like that's what we were holding on to, even the love. I mean, we held on to Whitley and Dwayne.
Yeah.
Because we wanted that for ourselves. And even that last scene, and I touched you on the shoulder, the way you lit us.
Yeah.
The way we could be seen in our full beauty. I just want to say thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought I was going to be a journalist until I saw Different World. I was in college when Different World was appointment television for us, and that's when I changed course. And my second you come in, another example of your transformative spirit and God alignment for us is the moment that you came to help the Sinbad Show. Oh, do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So, fun story. I'm a PA, which is the lowest position on the call sheet. I'm a stage PA, and Debbie Allen walks in to transform the Sinbad Show. And I was sitting at my table, manning the phones, and you walked in and you just lit up and said, oh, hey, baby. And I think the power of just to be seen awakened me even more. So you woke me up twice in my career to consider screenwriting, got myself to Hollywood, and your presence, when Debbie walks into the room, the whole energy goes up. It's already transformed by her presence, and then she gets to work. And you call everybody baby. You lead with love. Debbie, where do you get your energy? I mean, where do you get your joy? Where do you get that from? Because that was not always the case on those sets.
No, it wasn't. Well, you know, I'm from a big family. In fact, my brother Hugh, my baby brother Hugh, stand up Hugh, he's a baby, all right. Hugh is with me today.
Yes.
He's president of a bank. And my daughter Vivian's here, and my grandchildren are here. My son-in-law is here, my sister-in-law, my niece. Family is how I grew up, and my father was a dentist. And sometimes I worked on the weekends because I love wearing that white coat, just checking people in. And when people didn't have money, he let a woman pay him with a cake. He let somebody pay him with fried chicken.
What?
He wouldn't give him the gold thing because he thought that was ugly. But I grew up with a family and a community. You know, when I went to school, if you were in trouble, you didn't just get sent home. The teacher called your mother. They knew your mother. That's how I grew up. So I grew up with a community that embraced. And it's how I live every day. It's how I live. And on a show, it's a family.
It's a family.
So when I got to a different world, I made them start to work out. I made them exercise before every rehearsal.
Got to move the body.
Yes, and they said, oh, Lord. But yes, because it neutralized them. It wasn't this is the star and you have two lines. Everybody is equal.
Okay, now you're giving a master class. I love it.
No, but that is.
No, but it is.
It was good.
Yeah.
And it brought them together and made them care about one another. And we really had to battle for a little while until the writers started to understand that I said, everybody write your favorite idea of your character, and gave great ideas that soon became, some of them, shows.
And not us against them.
Yes.
We are doing this together.
Together. Because sometimes, we did a scene one time where I freed the actors of worrying about saying ooh instead of ah. Sinbad did something so funny, the audience laughed so hard, we had to hold the camera.
Yeah, we had to, yeah.
And that was him, let everybody do their part. That was me doing my part by letting everybody do their part.
How did you know this was your part? How did you know that you were supposed, I mean, what don't you do? I mean, choreography, dance, acting, singing, directing. She doesn't sleep.
Okay, that's the other part.
What is it, the love of storytelling in you where is your love of storytelling, and what is your belief in how, and your legacy of it?
I think the things that I get involved in, Mara, like I was just showing you a fountain that I'm designing.
Yeah.
Even
a
that
fountain,
has
guys.
A fountain. No, we can't talk about it. It's too massive.
We can't talk about that.
But even that has a story. What is the purpose? I think for me, which is why I feel that the work I do is very godlike and spiritual, because it comes from a place of purpose. A different world had a purpose. Every story we needed to tell needed to be truthful and fun, but
did you
also,
feel the burden of telling that story and representing Black culture at that time?
I didn't feel the burden. I felt the power of taking it and doing it.
Oh.
I didn't feel the burden. Because I had just been offered the whole season of Family Ties. I did Family Ties. Okay, let me tell you about that. So Gary David Goldberg was executive producer, head writer, and I did one episode because I wasn't trying to be multiple camera, and I came in there and I was doing my cinematic thing. He said, well, Debbie, that's an awfully close shot. I said, well, the camera loves her face, so I can do that with her. I said, but you can change it after I leave. And so I shot an episode. 3 of the actors got nominated for Emmy Awards. 3.
Wow.
And then he offered me the next season. And I was thinking about it, and then I got the call for A Different World. I said, oh, no. I got to go home.
I got to go home.
I got to go home. They need me over there. And it was so good.
So, Debbie, you are literally producing television, directing television right now. You popped to the island, which I understand is your first time.
It's my first
It's her first time on Martha's Vineyard. And you've come here to allow yourself to be celebrated.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Debbie Allen is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Debbie Allen Dance Academy, better known as DADA. I've gone to a few of your galas and open houses. I mean, what you are doing in the legacy of these children, dancing, I mean, you are full on present, teaching. You're not just the founder of it and walking around. You are teaching. You are hands-on. What does DADA mean to you? Why are you doing it? Like, what? Okay. I mean, you've done enough.
I'm gonna make it real easy. Shiloh, Avi, could you come here real quick? Real quick. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Turn around.
God. Oh, my heart.
This is Avi and Shiloh. These are my grandchildren. Come on. And they represent the next generation that we gotta be thinking about. This is why. Stand up, stand up. And they can dance, and they can sing, and they can act, and they're beautiful, and they're sassy. They have their own opinions, but this is why. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Go back.
I don't want to cry.
I know, but that's so real.
I'm supposed to be moderating. I'm sorry. You know, part of the reason I do the Writers' Colony, there was one day I was I think I was being honored for a gala by somebody else, and I asked you to come. I'm giving tea right now. And you said, Mara, you know I love you, but I can't. All my money, all my time, all my attention goes to DADA, because I'm building something for a whole other reason. And you taught me something, like you taught me. I've been watching you, Debbie, since I got here, before I got here. And it was in that moment I decided, what's my legacy? And that's why I started the Writers Colony.
Thank God, thank God, thank God.
Because it is writing. It is taking ideas to the page, a blueprint to involve a village for us to build in the most collaborative art ever, led by people like you we will follow you off a cliff. And Debbie, it is about the next generation, and you touch me every time I'm near you in that way. I know you're doing it for the next generation. How can we as a community help the next generation, and even more specifically, DADA?
Well, at DADA, we're really under siege right now because of this administration. We have my daughter, Vivian, who is my muse. Vivian, please stand up. Vivian Nicole. Vivian is my executive director, my right hand and left foot. And right now we're under siege. Our strategic plan focuses on Black and brown children and everybody. And now there's a mandate that says we can't even put that in a grant. We can't even say that. We can't even say disabled. We can't say I started a class for trans kids.
Right.
I started a class, Be Yourself, for a place where they can feel safe. And it was great because it was very shy, very small class, but the families got to meet each other. They got a
place the
community
to build family.
So you can't say trans, you can't say woman, you can't say Black, you can't say brown. So to raise money now, and there's so many foundations that are connected to the government, as you see what's happening in our universities. So whether it's DADA or DADA or a performing arts center in your community, help, because we need it. 70% of our kids are on scholarship because they said, oh, but you could do a competition, you could make money. I said, I didn't do DADA to make money, I did it to make a difference. And that's what's happening. And I need a lot of help, and I have great help right here. Hugh helps his daughter, Chloe, beautiful Chloe, my niece, one of my best students. Stand up, Chloe, see there? That's that Alan Jean. But we got a lot of kids to raise, and how's that gonna happen? It can't just be about them taking our books off the shelves. We have to tell our stories in our own communities. So we teach African dance, we teach Dunham, we teach ballet, we teach all of those things. But more importantly, we have art all over the building so they get a sense of themselves. It's what Howard University, I grew up very much a Black kid in Houston, Texas. But it was when I went to Howard University that my cultural identity metamorphosed into a butterfly. I'm gonna tell you, I might have been creeping along and tipping along, but I started flying with those professors who were challenging my capacity and my thought about the future, which is why the movie Amistad took 18 years to make. I never gave it up, but it took 18 years. So all I can say is help all of us. Help DADA. We got a middle school, and it's, those of you that know about middle schools, they can cost $40,000 to $50,000. Ours is $25,000, and they get a full program of dance and academics. And all of the students that graduate, they want them in any school they want to go to. So we need help, but every other arts institution that's a nonprofit needs help now, because we're under siege, and we got to stand together.
I would like to add, not only would our generation, but our culture will erode if we do not participate in preserving it through the arts and through our storytelling. So I just wanted to add to that. And the second thing, I think, as a witness to what and as a supporter of DADA, what I see in the children is a level of confidence that I know the Howards and the Spellmans and the Morehouses build in children, build in young people, which you cannot take away once you can complete something. To watch them dance on stage as if they were Alvin Ailey themselves, you can't take that away from the children. So I want to say thank you for instilling that in them. Debbie, I can't read your resume and because it's too long to go there, but you're still going. They're still going. But one of your most famous, and I want us to say it together just for fun. Well, you want fame? Well, fame costs.
Right is where you start. And sweat.
What has fame cost you?
Well, maybe what it has cost me is any real personal time that I would like more of with my family and myself. I'm at an age now where I have to pay attention when things happen. I get a little ache and I keep going, and now I gotta stop and go say, okay, what is that, child? And it might break down, honey. I can't just ignore it. I would say that. But fame has been good to me, I would say, because it's been global. It's been global. When I go down the street in London right now, I was there at one time and this woman kept staring at me and I was like, what is she looking at? Okay, where are we getting ready to take this? What's happening? What's happening?
That was Houston. Houston came out.
I was like, what's happening? And then, and my friend said, no, mommy, you are you. I was like, what you mean you are you? No, you're Lydia Grant. I'm like, oh. So fame, I was in Israel, I've been in London, I've been in China, I've been around the world. And for that, I'm grateful. Because I can see ourselves. When I went to Australia, all the Aboriginal tribe, they wanted me to come back because the play I was doing about gun violence in America was their story too. So I feel like it's cost me in personal time and family time that I won't get back, but I'm trying to fix it a little.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I know that you have a couple of projects, the reboot of A Different World. How about that, you guys? How about that? The people wanted it, you answered. Why now? How is it different? What can you share with us about it?
Well, all I can tell you is we did a proof of light for 30-minute presentation, and it looks really good.
Okay.
And we're just waiting for them to, they asked us for a few changes, and we're ready to do that, and we're just waiting for the go. And I think in another week or so, we'll be able to say, yeah, we are going full out.
Okay.
And that's been very difficult. We've been wanting to do it a long time.
Okay.
Because this is the time for young Black America to speak on what's happening.
Yes, it's time to get in the conversation.
I mean, that wonderful episode you just saw, that it dealt with everything. When Jennifer comes in, tell me, sitting on your butts, this is not Congress.
Yes.
That's all you had to say.
Yes.
And
we're still there.
We're still there.
Yeah.
So that's why that show is on Netflix right now, because it's still relevant. So that's why it needs to happen right now.
Yes, it does. You know, it's interesting, and that's where the power of the pen comes in, crafted artfully so that we can take in what we need to ingest while laughing. While discovering, while remembering what we're here to do.
Yeah, writers, I just want to say, the writing is everything. You are everything. The writer is everything, because if we don't have it on the page, how do we get there? And blessed to work with you on your shows, and work with Shonda.
I've been blessed to be able to say, I got to pick up the phone, you guys, in my lifetime and get to hire Debbie Allen to transform on Girlfriends. It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
Because you were the one that got Tracy Ellis Ross to kiss Melvin Van Peebles, right?
To do what?
Melvin Van Peebles. No, Melvin.
Yes.
It wasn't Mario. It was the father, remember? It was, anyway.
Mario.
No. Remember when, okay, girlfriends, fans, remember when Joan dated the older man?
Yes, the older man. That's right.
Yes, that was you. That was your episode. I know you've done 1,000 and 10,000 episodes.
I'm remembering now. It's coming back. It's coming
you
back.
were the director I'd hired so that episode would happen.
And it did. It was great. But the writers are so important because that's where it starts.
Yes, yes, and I want. But another, what can we expect too on the stage? I understand that's coming. That can we talk about that?
Well, I'm excited to announce that I'll be directing August Wilson's brilliant award-winning play, Joe Turner's Come and Gone, in the spring with Taraji P. Henson.
Come on now.
Cedric Entertainer, Ruben Santiago, Joshua Boone. If you don't know him, honey, just get ready, girls. Just get ready. And my producer's actually in the audience, Brian Moreland, who produced Othello with Denzel. Brian, stand up, honey, say hi.
Yes, Brian. I mean, you and your sister, what did your mother and father say to y'all when y'all were little girls? Because we could use that conversation right now, that pep talk. I mean, you guys own Broadway. I mean, you guys have lived it and continue. You won't stop. We don't want you to stop unless you need time for the family.
Felicia and I had the same conversation.
So what did they
play
say?
Won the Pulitzer Prize and the Tony Award. Purpose. If you haven't seen it,
Purpose is amazing.
Get out and get on a plane.
What do you say to each other then, now? What did your parents say? Feed us, please.
Well, Mommy always said, know your own worlds of being. Be true, be beautiful, be free. These were the mantras we grew up with. But she also made us know that there are no boundaries. Don't recognize what people put in front of you as a boundary. You can find your way past it. So you must go beyond. Because in Houston, Texas, everything was segregated.
Yes.
I couldn't go to dance class. Felicia couldn't go to act. She moved us to Mexico. We saw all the work of Diego Rivera when we were 9 and 10 years old. We learned another language. But we wanted to come back home, and civil rights was taking over this country like a brush fire. And we knew, we'd already seen, there are no limits. So
there are no limits.
No limits.
No limits. And but give us a little insight. What do you and Felicia talk about when you're taking over Broadway and Hollywood and everything? What do you guys say to each other?
Oh, we laugh. Because this is
a beautiful sisterhood to watch.
Yeah.
It is nourishing. I can't tell you how much you guys serve the soul. Okay, your turn.
Well, you know, we're each other's biggest fans and we're best friends. We are really best friends. We don't understand it when siblings are not good friends. It's something, not that we don't fight, because we disagree.
Okay, disagree.
Oh, we disagree.
Okay.
But it always circles back. We're just feeling we just were talking the other day, like, what is happening? You're getting the Pulitzer Prize, the Tony Award, and now I'm getting this honorary Oscar that I don't even know.
I didn't even know about that.
I know, girl.
Tell me.
Shh. They called me, girl. I don't even know. They called me to say
you deserved it a while ago, but
no, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying. So Felicia's with me. Whenever anything happens, we're there for each other. I was there the night when she was the first black woman to win that Tony Award, and I was sitting there with my mama, Felicia, and her daughter, Felia, and I said, "Girl, if they don't call your name, I'm gonna get very." They're getting ready to see one up in here tonight. I'm gonna yell, "Rob!" Damn it!
Well, thank God that's not the viral sensation we want of you.
She's always calming me down.
I love that.
She's always holding me back.
I think it's a time to, okay, did I get a nod for time?
I know Michelle is coming, y'all. We got to get out of the way.
I want to be a good moderator of time, but I want to ask you, and I always try to end my conversations like this. I want to thank you, the audience, for showing up. There's a lot of things to do on this island, but you are here, and I think that is a gift. But sometimes we can't show up, not because our hearts don't want to, our schedules won't allow, but how can we, I believe we can show up with each other when we think about Debbie Allen. What wish do you want us to hold for you when we just think about you or see your name? We can send you energy and love. And what do you want us to collectively think and hold for you?
Hold for me great health and loving spirits surrounding me. I need positive energy around me all the time. That's what I need.
Okay, so you need me in your suitcase. Debbie Allen, we love you. Thank you for serving our screens, our dancing feet, our souls. I mean, you are stages. You are not only a legend, you are light. And you light up every room and right next to the sun.
Oh, Mara,
thank you so much for being you and inspiring us. Debbie Allen,
Mara Brock Akil forever.